right, we're going to be breaking down Josh Allen, edge rusher out of Kentucky. 6'4", 258 pounds is what they had listed as. We'll have to see what comes back when the combine rolls around. But what we're going to be breaking down in this feature is what makes him so great. Obviously, his speed pass rush, how he plays in coverage, run game, his faults, and just a couple extra just wow plays. So let's jump right into it. This first play, this is the quintessential, this is who Josh Allen is. If we break down everything that he does, what's going to make him so valuable and go in the top 10 of the NFL draft is his speed rush ability, where he can get to the edge of the tackle and then bend and get to the quarterback. Here he doesn't get the sack, almost gets the strip. He falls down. We'll see this replay here just off the edge. And you can see his size. He's a big dude. And in the run game, we'll see a lot of power, but not so much in the passing game. Usually he is stuck on speed, and this is awesome right here. If you watch this, just watch the hand engagement as the tackle reaches out, gets his hands off, and then bends. And you'll see him here. He's able to stack the offensive tackle pretty well, which means he gets inside of him and then just closes in to make the play. Swipes at the ball, misses it, but almost got it there. Now, this is just a separate view. Again, look how quick he gets off the ball, just right off the bat. Again, this guy, he has been doing it for a while. He's got 31.5 career sacks in the SEC and led the nation in sacks this year with 17. But you see how quick he gets upfield. If you look at the rest of the defenders, he's a full yard ahead, and he's always attacking that outside shoulder. If you want to get into negatives, it's the fact that he doesn't have a diversified pass rush set. He is a speed guy with good hands. He attacks that shoulder, gets the hands off, and then bends. This is what we talk about with bend. You can see how he's leveraging that outside foot and starting to bring the momentum against the tackle to close this pocket and get into the quarterback. Comes around, he's able to get the ball off, so this doesn't even count as one of his sacks, but again, it shows you just the speed. This is the same game, and again, you'll see it from the opposite side, how he gets to that shoulder and then gets skinny, minimizes the target, and is able to fight off with the hands. Again, this is what he has to offer. He is a pure speed guy with good athleticism, and then he's able to get in. Again, same game, another hit on the quarterback, but still missed the sack. But still, you can see what he brings. This play here we're going to get to see, it's not necessarily a pass play. He comes unblocked off the edge, but he is so athletic, he is able to track down the quarterback and still get the tackle. One of the desired traits that this guy is going to have with more and more mobile quarterbacks like the other Josh Allen that plays for Buffalo or Lamar Jackson is his athleticism is on par, if not better, than most of the mobile quarterbacks. And he'll be able to track those down with ease. Now, right here you can see one of his inside moves. It's not the best inside move, and he does this a lot in the run game, but you don't see it a lot in the passing game. This is one of the few times you see him attack the inside gap. As you can see, they're bringing a blitzer on the outside. So you have Josh Allen coming in. He gets a little contact with the guard here and is able to get his hands up into the passing lane. But that's not really his strength. He gets called for a penalty here because he whacks him in the head. But again, you see it here. He just attacks that inside gap with just a simple arm rip move. He doesn't really have an advanced swim move. You don't see him spin often, which is a good thing actually at this level. Just that kind of get skinny, rip, and then just power through with his athleticism, get his hands up. Again, forearm to the face, that's going to get called at the next level as well. All right, let's talk a little bit about his coverage because this is something that he offers that a lot of people cannot. He fits every system. 3-4, 4-3, and this is just an added bonus. You don't take somebody in the top 10 that's a linebacker just for their coverage skills, but you'll see here, again, just watch him engage with the wide receiver as he comes off the ball. He is great at getting contact. A lot of it's just because he's such a long defender, but he's going to be responsible for this player here, and this is down the field. This is not a short play whatsoever. He gets the pass disruption there and stares him down. Gotta love it. Let's see the replay on this. And again, as he goes up, this is a 6'4", 250 dude. dropping back 20-plus yards, and with ball skills. He has got his hands. He has 8 pass deflections on his career. This is something that he does quite well. Here you're going to see him try to guard on the wheel route. He guessed wrong in the run game. And so he's going to lunge a little bit too much and get out of his base. You can see him here. He's going to be responsible for this man if it's a pass play. So he's playing run first, which, you know, on 1st and 10, you could kind of do with that what you will. But watch him as soon as here. He gets a little bit out of his base, but he's not a cornerback, so we don't want to hold him too much on that. But now he's got to play trail technique. The wide receiver or the up back's going to run a wheel route. He's got to get on his horse and go. Gets in his hip pocket. You got to love this. He's a little bit out of phase. He can't really get his hands on the hip yet, but he's closing ground. And then once he gets there, you can see him try to turn his head around, is able to get his hand in there and break it up. That you can't ask for more than that from a guy that you're going to be dropping in coverage that's a linebacker. Now, here's another just zone coverage. You can see how he's going to pay attention. It's flow away. The wide receivers in his area all vacated. So once that happens, your job is now to look for anybody coming back towards you. There's nobody on this side, this third. You are just looking for somebody coming your way. He sees it. He's a little bit late to respond, but let's see how he does. Again, gets his hand on the ball. This is a touchdown-saving play. Yes, he was a little bit out of sorts. You can see him here with a better pass that would have been a touchdown, but he still made the play. Absolutely great right there. Now, if we keep going with him, this is where it gets fun. This is one of my favorite wow plays as you see him out here on the edge. Again, NFL teams aren't going to do this too much. You know, you got trips to the boundary here. Let's see what this is awesome. This is what you do to a wide receiver screen. 0% chance that this is going to have any success with Josh Allen out there. And we see this from him. He's very physical in a lot of areas of his game, not so much against offensive tackles, but man, he just blows that tight end up. This play is just over before it even got started. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. He's off the ball here, obviously, but you're going to see just textbook scraping linebacker skills. He's going to spy, and basically his job is just to follow the quarterback wherever, filter through the trash, and make sure this quarterback doesn't get out of the pocket. Watch as he just processes through, bounces off one guy, scrapes across. Absolutely incredible. This is a very unique skill set that at the next level, there's going to be teams that are going to value this a lot. Now, if your team runs a traditional 4-3, maybe not too much because in past situations you're going to want him on the line. But if you're a 3-4 and you like to disguise your coverage and where the blitzers are coming from, this is ideal fit for Josh Allen. He is much more suitable in a 3-4, even though he can play in a 4-3. He's proven he can play both. It's just he hasn't played in a system where he has to rush the passer every play in, play out. He was at about a 40 to 50% pass rush rate, meaning the rest of the time he was dropping in coverage on passing down. So they didn't do that a lot with him. All right, here we go. You can see Josh Allen up here, and as he drops into his zone, takes on the block, blows up the screen. This is just incredible athleticism, just raw. He can make plays. Again, you can see he's got 2 blockers on one. It doesn't matter. He'll take those odds. Absolutely incredible. Takes the block, sheds the block, makes the play. Now, here we go. Let's spend a little bit of time talking about his discipline. Now, as a backside end, anytime you get flow away, what you're going to see him down here, flow away, you've got a slow play. That's kind of what's talked. You are not going to be making this play over there because you're the only backside defender. These guys are engaged with the wide receivers, or now they have pass game situation over there. So what he's great at is slow playing and closing all cutback lanes down. Whenever I coached, you always taught counter cutback reverse. You actually wanted your backside defender to say that before they took off. You pause. All of these guys got flow. Your job is, if they do their job, is to stop that cutback. Absolutely incredible there by Josh Allen. Makes a great tackle. This guy, 220 career tackles for Kentucky, had 88 tackles in 2018 alone. He has just continued to ball out. Now, if we jump over here, this is just going to be absolutely incredible. You see him engage with the shoulder on the up back and crush the play into the backfield. This is 2nd and 1 short yardage, and they come out in this personnel group, which they're telling you what they're going to do. They got foot-to-foot splits up top. Everybody's in bunch set. You got your 2 big up backs, and this is time to play man football. And again, we see this strength/power from Josh Allen in the run game. One of the things he's going to have to prove is if he can do this in the pass game, he's going to have a lot more success in the NFL instead of just bringing speed. But again, just watch him shove this guy into the backfield like this. It's just easy for him. This is going to show just a slippery inside move. You kind of see him just find a way through. And he is always in the backfield. This is one of the better moves. Again, it's not he just finds the gap. He goes to the vacated area and somehow is able to make a play, makes the running back bounce outside. Again, he finds a way to just be disruptive. 21.5 career tackles for loss. That's just insane. Again, this is against Georgia, one of the better run-blocking teams in the entire country. But watch him fire off the ball with a purpose. If we could see this more often, goodness, takes the block on, meets the back in the backfield, stops him for no gain. He has value in all phases of the game. His versatility is what makes him special. Pair that with his elite pass rush off the edge. This guy's going to be on all 32 teams' boards. Everybody wants him no matter your defensive scheme. And this last play, just a little added bonus, which we saw twice in this game against Georgia. Because he lives in the backfield so much, a lot of times he'll get the lucky pot of gold and just get lucky and get a nice turnover. This is what he does. He is just an absolute stud. And whenever he's not recovering fumbles like this play, he forced 11 fumbles in his career. So a turnover/sack machine is what you're getting out of Josh Allen.